Hi there! I thought today, because I've still not got really much time to record a tutorial for you, I'd talk to you a little bit more about kind of how things have been working out as a new makeup artist. So I don't know whether or not it'll be of much interest to you, but I only actually started out doing makeup perhaps a couple of years ago, and I don't know, I thought it might be quite interesting for you to kind of hear about how I've built things and you know, how I've got to the position that I've got to now, which I feel quite privileged to be in at the moment. So probably a little bit of help for those of you that would like to be a makeup artist. Probably not much help to anybody that just likes doing makeup, but hopefully you'll still enjoy it. So yeah, I started doing makeup probably years ago when I did an art degree. I always enjoyed doing makeup. I used to always do them at kind of birthdays and parties and that kind of thing. Did a couple of family wedding makeups and just decided one day, got into a career and thought this is not for me, which, you know, happens. I was 30 and fed up of what I was doing and decided that I needed to change. So luckily for me I came across Sam and Nicola Chapman, which I'm sure I've mentioned loads of times, and I booked myself on their course at the time that was called fashionface.tv, I think. Sorry, you can hear planes and things outside, that must be weird. I've got the window open because it's quite warm. So yes, there's the first part of the little story. So yeah, I booked myself on the course just as I was asked to take redundancy whilst I was working as a bank manager, sales manager for the bank. And I don't think I've ever looked back. So I think once you've made a decision like that that's so completely different, you just have to kind of go for it. So yeah, kind of booked myself on the course, and the first thing that I did, because I booked myself on the course in August and I went on the course last February, so it was, you know, a good couple of months before I went on it. Sorry, that's my phone. I'll just turn it off. I booked myself on the course. I had plenty of time in between. In the meantime, I decided that it would be best to throw myself into something makeup related, and I did apply for a job with MAC, I think, in the Trafford Centre, and was unsuccessful. Now, I don't know the reasonings behind, you know, how they work here. I very much had lots of sales experience, but no makeup sales experience, so that could have meant that I lost out on it. Who knows? And ended up applying for a job with Benefit, probably months in advance actually, because I always liked Benefit, I thought it was quite a cool brand. And strangely, after I was declined from the MAC job, I was asked for an interview, audition they call it, with Benefit. So I went along to the audition. It was very intensive. Mine was about 3.5 hours in Browns in York. Didn't really feel as though I learnt too much knowledge, but anyway, so had to work really hard at the audition trying to sell the products in their specific way. They have a certain way of doing it, and luckily I landed myself kind of an account manager role. So I went from working just a couple of days at the bank to working full time doing the makeup, because I just thought I need to throw myself into it. Benefit, however, is a fab funky brand, but probably not very makeup artist credit worthy, if you know what I mean. So you learn quite a lot of the basic skills, which is handy, but more about how to kind of work with customers and how to kind of make them appreciate the benefits and features of their products. So that's kind of how I started out. I did only 2 months of full time because I hardly saw my little boys. I was just putting them in nursery at 7:30 and then picking them up again at, well, John picked them up for me at about 6, and then I wasn't getting home till about 8, so it was horrendous. So after that I went down to just doing 2 days, still account managing, which was generally just looking after the account and the nice girls on there, and yeah, I really enjoyed that actually, really enjoyed it. My days were Tuesday and Sunday, so Sunday was mega because I got all the customers and they were all mine, and I really enjoyed working on them and practicing all the skills that I'd learned. So from booking myself on the course, I used to spend all my hobby time, so all my evenings, weekends and things, just following Sam and Nick and a few of the others like Lisa Eldridge, if she was doing it then, and anybody that I could find on YouTube. And I used to just spend all my time copying, so I used to just spend hours going back on YouTube, backwards and forwards on the different things and learning as many skills, that scared me, as many skills as I could. So yeah, that brought me to kind of like February time, went on the course, and felt as though it gave me just the boost that I needed. So surprisingly to John, I got back from London and quit my job with benefit, because I just felt as though it was kind of more about selling rather than being a makeup artist, and I just wanted to go and do it. I was 31 I think at the time, and I just thought, that's it now, I'm sick of doing things that don't suit me, this is what I want to do. So it was a bit hard for a while, completely quit the job and signed myself up to self-employed, scary, and then set my website up thanks to Sam, and sorted out some business cards and just tried to get myself out there. So I signed up on Model Mayhem, which is like a website for, it's like a forum for models, photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists I think, and managed to get myself a couple of jobs on photo shoots. I also noticed like a local photographer, a young up-and-coming photographer called Annia Harrup, who is amazing. I'll put a link into the YouTube at the bottom just to show you her website and some of her work, and just asked if I could work on any of the upcoming projects that she had. So I was lucky enough to land myself a couple of good photo shoots that I did as like testing for print, so I did them for free, which was good practice for me, and you know, getting used to it all and getting my confidence. And then I signed up on hitched.co.uk and Free Index, and I think that's all I did for the first year. Just signed up on those, tried to make sure that I spoke about what I did to everybody, anybody that I could do. Made a contact with a local hair salon where we kind of talked about things, and I became their like hair model, so they just coloured my hair and things, but then in return I did the makeup for their shoots, and just really trying to work on networking, because I would say if you want to become a makeup artist, other than practicing your skills over and over again and having a love for makeup and how it works and what it does, it's also about your personal, you know, your personality skills. So it's very much about networking and making sure that your client's really happy with what you're doing. So that's generally what I worked on for the last year, and it's been tough at times. It's been very hard work doing things with my children. I do look after them, or have been looking after them full time at home, and then working on an evening and on a weekend, but all I can say really is if it's in your heart that it's something that you enjoy. I mean, I enjoy doing makeup because, not really from a materialistic kind of appearance point of view, but really about the confidence that it gives you inside. I just love how it makes people feel when they feel nice about themselves, and I generally don't just do the makeup. I like to kind of get inside and make them feel amazing, which is hopefully what I achieve doing my job. So yeah, it means that every time I've got a job that I get to work with lovely people in lovely surroundings. It's generally, you know, a happy occasion like a wedding, or they're going to a party or something like that, or they want to learn about makeup and how to do it, or it's a friends gathering or something like that. So for me it's just the best job. It's social, and it's, you know, it's just great. So generally that's all I've done, and as a makeup artist I would just say that the best advice I can give is just put your all into it, just work really hard. I mean, I'm obviously not at the peak of where I would love to be in the future, but I'm happy with what I've got now. You know, I've got a good balance between being at home with the boys and being able to work at a job I absolutely love at every other opportunity. So I would say, you know, for that, then it's absolutely, you know, invaluable that I do this job. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to kind of say. Yeah, so the most important things really, I know I'm probably rambling, are to really, you know, always be passionate about the job, always be looking out for new products, new techniques, you know, keep yourself upskilled as much as you possibly can do. Keep in touch with people that are into makeup and beauty, and find as many bits of information as you can do to share with your clients, because they always find that quite valuable. And also make sure that you really take care of your customers, so you know, make your clients feel like, you know, they're special, because at the end of the day, you know, that's what they're paying you for, to make them feel you know, special and wonderful. So yeah, that's about it really. Just make sure that you're looking after them, and also kind of, you know, make sure you're networking with people. So every person that you become in contact with, so photographers when you're doing a wedding, make sure that you introduce yourself and that you're helpful, because quite often they'll be setting up pictures, and you know, it's always helpful if you can sort of shuffle something out of the way for them, or help them with bits and pieces. Other hairstylists that might be interested in doing it, if you're not doing hair as well as makeup, then find some good trustworthy contacts that are willing to kind of, you know, help to promote you, because you know, sometimes it actually is quite nice for the hairdressers to offer a makeup artist as an extra string to their bow, because you know, obviously the type of skills that you've got are different from perhaps like a beauty therapist. And just make sure that you're known, so just make sure that you're permanently talking about it, that you know, you've got some business cards, that you've got a website that you update, and it's very much about your presence. So I mean, I have, I'm a bit rubbish at Twitter at the moment, but I've got a Facebook page and I'm permanently taking photos. This camera goes everywhere with me. I wish you could see it because it's falling apart at this side, and it's got a pressure point on the screen and it looks horrendous, but it goes everywhere with me, and I just try and record as much as I can, because the more people see, the more that you're doing, obviously word spreads. So I think I've rambled on enough. Sorry, I was kind of hoping that it might be useful to you. If there's anything else that you wanted to know about becoming a makeup artist, or you know, how I built my kit, or any of that kind of thing, then just ask and I'll see if I can answer your questions. I'm going to go now because I think I've just rambled on forever, and I'll be back again really soon. Nice to speak to you again. Bye!